Okay, good.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So we are celebrating an anniversary.
And it's not our wedding anniversary. It is
Our full-time RVing anniversary.
Yeah, we are starting year 4. I cannot believe it.
That's right.
I cannot believe it. It has gone by so fast.
It's been 3 years since we moved into the RV full-time.
It actually we started our full-time RVing the week COVID shut everything down.
Yes, so we were in the state of Maryland at that time, and they shut everything down at that time.
Had to make a few changes, but it all worked out. We got to leave about 3 months later, and move on our way. But here we are, starting year 4. We thought we might just tell you a little bit about year 3 and how it went for us, and the things we liked, the things we didn't like, and how it's going right now. So how many states have we been to this year? This past year.
We put 11 new states on our map.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hopefully you guys saw the short that we compiled that had me sticking all those states on the map. But we visited 19 states.
Hard to believe. That's a lot of traveling across country. And we won't tell you the amount of gas that we spent going across country.
Yes, I will.
Oh, gosh. It's horrible. It's horrible.
So we pull with our diesel.
I don't want to tell you, but I guess he's going to tell you.
We pull with our diesel F-350, and of course, last year, the year 2022 was the highest prices for fuel, and we spent $11,400.
Crazy.
In diesel fuel cost.
That was for 2022. That was kind of shocking when Tom figured all that out. I could not believe it. I thought there's no way, but we did travel from Florida all the way across country.
Yeah, we went all the way to California.
And then all the way back.
And then up into Indiana a couple of different times.
Yep. And so the prices kind of varied from Florida to California. Needless to say, California was the highest, but when we stayed there, we're only like a couple miles from Nevada, so we drove across the line and got it in Nevada.
Yeah, we bought fuel in Nevada because it was cheaper.
So we wanted to share some things that we liked about this year, places we went and saw, and maybe if you want to look them up, you might check these places out because we thought they were really great. So what was your favorite?
Number one place we visited this past year was White Sands National Park.
That was so much fun.
Absolutely loved sledding on the sands in White Sands National Park.
We
have a video of that out
there.
So
check that out, White Sands National Park sledding. That was so much fun. The sand was not hot. It's a gypsum sand, which doesn't get hot. So we had so much fun out there. And the fun part was watching people put up tents, like those big pop-ups that you see at the beach.
Yeah.
They had them there at the sand dunes to have a full day there, a picnic.
Yeah, picnic all day, and we were very blessed. So as we went farther into, looking for good hills to sled on, we were able to say, okay, we can still see that blue awning. So we'll look at that blue awning, and then that's our point to look for to come back.
Yeah.
So we knew it was near the cars.
The only problem would be if another blue awning went up. But they have that park is nice because they actually have some picnic tables there that you can have a nice picnic at if you want, and they're covered. They have like a little sunshade thing over the table, which keeps away the sun off of you if you're sitting there having lunch, which we liked and everything. Yeah. We have a little cheat sheet here, so we can tell you some of our other favorite things.
Keeps looking down at the list.
I'm trying to think. We camped at Tombstone, Arizona. That was so much fun. We went with Tom's cousins, and we had a great time.
That was a lot of fun there, Tombstone, Arizona.
Dave and Mary, Tom's cousins, are actually the ones that got us into camping. So it was fun to go out there and to go camping with them. We had a great time.
Yeah, prior to this year, we had never camped with them. Like other family members, other than when we were kids. We camped with our parents.
So that was a lot of fun to go do that.
A lot of fun to camp with
Tombstone,
family
Arizona was fun, and to walk around Tombstone, and it was just a great time.
My cousin Dave's a real cowboy.
He is. He's a great cowboy.
Yep.
St. George, Utah. That was another favorite place of ours.
Oh yes, we went four-wheeling Sand Hollow State Park with the Bransons.
Yep.
And that was an absolutely wonderful activity. We spent the whole day out on the dunes and everything.
It was great. It was
in
great.
A little four-person four-wheeler and had
Although
a great time.
Dave did scare me a couple times going really fast up those dunes. That did scare me.
Yeah, but she didn't tell him that.
I wouldn't tell him. I had the look on my face like, oh my gosh, we're going to die out here.
He started the day saying that he wanted to scare her. He wanted to hear her scream.
And he
never got to hear her
I
scream.
screamed just a little bit, not too loud, just a little. But that was a lot of fun. We were able to visit friends out there. We have a few friends out there that we wanted to see, and we got to visit all of them, and that was so nice. These friends of ours were stationed with us in the military, and some of them lived in Maryland with us, and so it was so much fun to see them again.
We got to visit a whole bunch of friends there in the St. George area.
Yeah. Another favorite of mine was the Grand Canyon. Love the Grand Canyon. I want to go back there again. You can just imagine how beautiful it is. We took a train ride. We camped in Williams, Arizona, and took the train
ride up,
and we
did a video on that as well.
So check that out. But we left there and went took the train all the way. It's about 2 hours up to the Grand Canyon, and you get out and you have all day to explore, and then you get back on and come back, and it's 2 more hours. They did have some food on board for you to eat, little snacks and stuff, and they also had cowboys on the train, and bad cowboys, bandits to rob you
as well.
They wanted to rob you of your money,
to rob you.
we got to do that. And that was fun. If you have kids, they would love that. I kept thinking our grandchildren would love to go on that train ride. It was a lot of fun, and the scenery is just beautiful. Sometimes you take these train rides, and we have in the past, and haven't been the best. But
took one in Branson, Missouri that I would not
recommend.
I would not recommend that train ride again.
But the one in Grand Canyon, go for it. And I think, and you can actually, I think you might be able to take the train down to Williams from the Grand Canyon, and stay overnight, and then come back.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. They have a campground in the Grand Canyon. We did not stay there. We chose to
stay in Williams
because we wanted to walk around all Route 66 stuff, and we wanted to do the train ride, and the campground was really nice.
One of our most unique experiences happened at that campground.
What was that?
There were 3 rigs behind us.
I remember.
that were towing. They were, I can't remember the name brand, but it was old 3-axle, very well built 5th wheel trailers that were being hauled with tractor trailer type trucks. And the people right behind us were getting ready to pull out, and he put it in neutral to get, I think you guys probably see where I'm going. He put it in neutral and started it to get it to warm up so he could hook up, and he forgot to set the emergency brake.
And we're actually taking a walk that evening.
We were taking a walk, and as we're taking a walk,
we come around the corner.
This truck is just drifting
towards our camper.
Towards our camper, and we're like, oh no, because there's nothing we could do. There were 2 men near it. One was trying to get in the passenger door, and fortunately the owner was able to get in the driver's door and stop it a few feet away from our camper. But that would have put an end probably.
Well, we wouldn't have this baby behind us.
To this fifth wheel.
We would not have this 5th wheel because it would have been totaled.
It would have smashed the back. It would have bent the frame. It would
just
have
a bad thing. But
and the truck was parked in front of it, so it probably would have done a bunch of damage to the truck as well. So another favorite. We talked about Branson, Missouri a few minutes ago. We really liked it there. We camped at a campground that's on the water. It was right outside Branson City Walk. Yeah, Branson Lakeshore
Campground. It is not a private camp. I mean, it's a campground, but people come and go there all the time because there's boat rentals, but it's still a nice campground to go to. We really enjoyed it. You can walk to the Branson Landing. Is that
Branson Landing. Oh, that's what it's called. It's called Branson Landing.
Branson Landing. Yes, you can walk to Branson Landing, and see, they have all sorts of restaurants. They have stores. I guess they're kind of like little outlets, I guess. And but we also did go see a show. We saw. I can't remember. I can't remember that one.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can.
He'll have to put in the bottom when we find out what it was.
Put it in the comments because I don't remember the name.
We did see a family.
We went on the. Went on the riverboat.
Yeah, riverboat.
Cruises. There's a riverboat out on Table
It's a paddle wheeler,
Lake.
So it actually moves, and the paddle wheeler is going. And
it's out on Table Rock Lake, and that was a lot of fun. They had a good show there too.
And the golf carts.
There's a variety. Yeah, and then we went to Top of the Rock.
Top of the Rock. Make sure you go to Top of the Rock. That was great.
Top of the Rock is a real nice experience there, and we had a video on the top of the rock as well, and a video of that campground as well.
But you rent golf carts at top of the rock. They give you a golf cart, and you're in it. It's yours for the day, but you have to follow along the trail that they tell you to. And you can pull off and stop and see the waterfalls, and you actually go through a cave, and just really short.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and so I would highly recommend to do that.
Yeah.
So we did, I'm trying to think some of the other states we stayed at. Louisiana. So we did stay at a Harvest Host there. We actually stayed
Louisiana.
We stayed at 5 Harvest Hosts this past year.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
One of them twice.
Yeah.
But John Schneider's
place.
Oh,
in
so nice.
Louisiana was a real nice place, and we actually got to meet John Schneider.
He
while we were there. He
took
was
a picture
there
with us with him. Yes.
Yeah, he was clearing
So
down,
nice.
clearing out some trees and stuff, and just very as nice in person as he is, as you see him on film and in the TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, he's a very kind man, and
kind man.
And he just it was fun that was a treat for us, and we were hoping to see him. We were really hoping.
Yeah, we were.
So that was a treat.
We just didn't know for sure if he was going to be there or not.
Went to Texas a few times. We had family there. Right now we don't have any family there, but we had family there for a while. Oh, we do. My brother lives there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we still have family there. Yeah.
Forgot that. So we used to have some family there. Our son and his wife and family, they lived there for a little while, and then they moved back.
Almost a year.
And so, but I think that was another spot. California, we just inched into to camp at a campground, and then just long enough to get it on our map. We didn't really do anything else there.
So we had done back in the early '80s. We were stationed up in the San Francisco Bay Area
for like 6 months.
For 6 months, and we did a lot of sightseeing during that time. We'd gone up and we saw the redwoods, and we'd gone down the coast highway, and we had done a lot. And I'd been out to San Diego multiple times for work,
which is beautiful.
And so I'd been there, and Camp Pendleton, and a bunch of other places.
Right.
So
it's nice.
We'd spent a lot of time in California other times, but to put it on the map, our rule is that you have to camp there
at least one night.
There will be one exception to that, and that's we've got a trip coming up to Hawaii.
Yep.
And
in Hawaii in about 39 days.
Yep, and we're not going to camp there at this point.
No.
Instead, figured we're spending enough money there that we can put it on the map.
But well worth it. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk about Utah. We went to Zion National Park.
Yep, Zion National Park.
Zion National Park. That was absolutely beautiful. If you go there, it's just gorgeous. And all those parks in Utah are just breathtaking. Yeah. So that was another favorite place for us.
And I have some problems with my ankles, so we did not do the hiking in the Narrows. And just figured hiking up that river with all the rocks and everything would not be a good thing for my legs.
Yeah.
So for my ankles, it's like I would have ended up twisting an ankle again.
And
I managed to do that just stepping off of a stool after I put the bikes on the roof.
I mean, I'd have to carry him out. So what's that? Yeah.
Although that might have been fun watching that happen.
So we did stay, like we said, at 5 Harvest Hosts, one of them twice. The Tallahassee Auto Museum in Florida, in Tallahassee.
Which is a wonderful
You can stop there. It's a big field that you can pull, if you know anything about Harvest Hosts, it's a big field you pull into. And then you can go visit the museum, which is so fun. And we got to meet some friends there and see them, and then we got to tour the museum, so that was a lot of fun.
And it's 15 campsites or so?
Yeah, 15 up there, so no problem parking there. Yeah. And then we went to Whole Farms in Huntington, Indiana. That was really nice. And then we told you about John Schneider's place in Holden, Louisiana. And then we went to the Kruger Street Toys Train Museum. Yeah, yep. Kruger Street Toys and Train Museum.
Yeah.
It's a tongue twister. And that is in Wheeling, West Virginia. We went there twice. We felt kind of bad because both times we've been there, we haven't been able to go in the museum. And so
we make a donation,
right, so
and they have a place for you to leave a donation.
Harvest Host likes you to leave a donation whenever you come or come inside their museums. So they have a box out there. And that's a really easy in, easy out. We were the only ones there both times.
Both times we were the only ones
right off the
there,
highway, so check them out if you need a Harvest Host. And I really messed this one up, the Brewing Company.
Oh, Double-Ation Brewing Company in Richmond Hill, Georgia.
That's a real nice one. We've been there twice. It is right, I mean, you're
right
here,
off
95 is right there.
Yeah.
So it's loud, but I must
a lot
say,
of fun.
a lot of fun. We are usually so tired. We're usually out. So
yeah, and this last time it was really nice. They had a barbecue truck come in.
they did, yeah.
And they had just an unbelievable meal through
It
this
was so
barbecue
good.
truck.
Yeah.
In addition to the hot pretzels that you could get from the Brewing
them.
Company, and if you drink, they have all kinds of craft
alcohol there,
beers and that kind of stuff there as well.
And we sat with about 3 other couples that were there too, and
They
we
were
all
all
just started
doing
talking.
Harvest Host as well, yeah.
We just you meet people there, and you just start talking to them. So that was kind of a fun one because that's the most Harvest Host. There was more people there than we've had at any other Harvest Host.
Yeah, the only other we've had. One other Harvest Host, we had one other couple there, and we had talked to them for quite a while.
But this one had the
But
most.
this one, there were like 6 couples there. There was one RV that had, they had pizza delivered, and we never saw the people.
They stayed in their camper.
They stayed in their camper. Pizza was delivered to them.
They were probably as tired as we are sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
so
it's just easier to stay in. But this, if you get a chance to go to this one in Richmond Hill, Georgia, check them out. They book up fast.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they are very, very popular. So even though it's loud on 95, and they are so nice. It's owned by veterans, right?
Yeah, I think they're veterans.
They are veterans. Yeah. And so we like to honor the veterans. Since Tom is a veteran himself, we like to look for places like that. So we are very happy to stay there, and we will probably stay again. You know, it's on right off 95, so it's easy in, easy out. So, but I was trying to think, any other favorite places or anything on any of these states that we went to that you...
Well, we mentioned the river cruise on Table Rock Lake and the Top of the Rock. So you mentioned the Sand Hollow State Park.
Yeah, mentioned that was really fun.
Zion National Park. White Sands National Park in Alamogordo.
I mean, we got to, and the nice thing this year is we saw, like we said earlier, we saw several friends in Utah, but we got to see different people across the United States. And being Tom's retired Navy, even the military, we like to see the military families that we were stationed with, and some of them we haven't seen in years, and so that was a lot of fun to catch up with them.
Some of them were like 30 years.
Yeah, and it was so much fun, and we got to see family. Some of these states we went to this year, we spent some time with our family because our children are separated in 3 different states, and so that was kind of nice to spend time with them and see our grandchildren. But we really had a really good 2022, and so we are looking forward to 2023.
The plan is to stay east of the Mississippi
this year. We're not going to spend all that money going out west. We're going to stay on the East Coast.
Yeah, we have a couple of trips up into Indiana
for some rallies planned.
There, and we're gonna visit some friends in Pennsylvania and New York.
Yep.
So
we're really we have been stationary for the last few months. We are in Florida at a resort that we really like, and this is our 2nd year here, and we really enjoy it here. We've been able to just stop for a while, relax,
do a little bit of maintenance on the trailer.
Yeah, do some maintenance, taking some
maintenance
sites
on some other people's trailers.
and be able to even visit with friends that are just a few hours away that are spending their winter in Florida.
As well.
Yes, that we're from Maryland. So we really had a good time this past year. I did get hurt at the beginning of 2023. Did not start the year off real good as I fell down some steps and managed to get 7 staples in the back of my head and 3 stitches in my finger.
I
did a thank you on that to everybody.
Post on Facebook and Instagram about that.
And thank you so much for all of you that sent me little messages. We really appreciate that.
We do appreciate it.
I'm doing good. I am just very clumsy person. I have been all my life. So I'm trying to be really careful. It was my own fault, nobody's fault but my own on the steps. You do not walk down RV steps or any steps backwards because you think there's a step there, and guess what? There's no step there.
Yeah. And I got that. So that was her injury for the year, and my
the year's not over yet.
This was last year.
Well, no, 2022.
Oh yeah, you just started.
Yeah, I just started.
But it was in our anniversary year.
Yeah, our anniversary year.
In that 3rd year.
Yeah.
So now we're going in our 4th year.
Yeah.
And I, like I mentioned earlier, I took a step off of a stool after loading the bicycles up and rolled my left ankle. My right ankle I had injured a few years ago, and it's still recovering.
Yeah,
this time I did it to my left ankle. And
so now he's even, right? You're even.
Yes. Yeah, so now I limp with both legs.
That's right.
So just a lesson learned from that is
Well,
pay attention. Even though something might catch your eye that's out of the ordinary, pay attention. And same thing, we had lesson learned on if you're watching your tire pressure monitoring system and you see the temperature is going higher on one wheel, it's like, find out what's going on.
Yeah.
I think we did some video on me replacing repacking a wheel bearing.
Yeah, we stopped at the Buc-ee's
and stuff. Yeah. Well, we had a flat tire.
That was one of Buc-ee's right after Texas.
Yeah, we left Texas, we left Texas last year.
Yeah, and
so
we did
post that video.
Well, we got about 10 minutes away. Oh, look at the pretty bluebird. Oh, yeah. See so many pretty birds here. He had about 10 minutes out on the highway when that thing clicked up, showing us that
3 pounds.
We had a 3-pound tire, and we're like, this can't be right. But sure enough, but luckily we were okay, and we got it
fixed. Thank goodness we had a dually. If we hadn't had a dually, I'd have been changing a rear tire
on the highway,
plugging it on the side of the road.
Yeah, but we were
because we had that dually, we were able to limp over to the Buc-ee's
which was the next exit, so that was easy. It wasn't far to go,
and get that fixed. I was able to change it before road service even responded back that they found somebody that could service it.
Yeah.
So it's got that taken care of.
But we didn't have a whole lot of maintenance issues this past year. When we think about it,
no, we didn't.
We really were very blessed.
Yeah, we were very blessed this year.
And we really are grateful for all the traveling that we've been able to do. We've been out west the last 2 years. And like we said, this year we're just going to mosey up the coast and do some fun things there. And next year we're already talking about what we're going to do in 24, and so we'll talk about that later. But we're already looking forward to that. But we really are enjoying ourselves, and we're having a good time, and we're meeting some great people everywhere we go. And we're so happy you follow us, and we're so happy that you make comments to us and let us know some ideas you might have or where you've been. And we appreciate every single one of you. We know you're out there, and we're grateful for you following along with us on this journey that we're on, because we're having a great time.
Yeah.
So.
And I think one of the sometimes somebody says that they'll ask the question of, do you ever wish you still had a house? It's like, and the answer is not that we wish we had a house, but we kind of wish we had a home base that we didn't have to pay to park the RV, so that we could go there and take care of doctors and that kind of stuff without having to pay to have that done.
Right.
And the other thing is, we're planners.
Yes, we are.
We plan.
Yep.
So we don't like to go someplace.
I mean, we're already planning 2024.
Yeah, we're thinking about 2024. And I saw a video probably about 2 years ago of somebody that was quitting full time, and one of the reasons that they said they were doing it was because of planning fatigue, because they're planners as well.
Yeah, that's normal.
And planning fatigue is real when you're trying to figure this out. And over the past several years, campgrounds fill up faster than they used to. So you can still find campgrounds at the last minute, but you got to be willing to accept what is available at the last minute, and it may not always be what you're really looking for.
Because there have been some campgrounds that we've been into that we would not go back to.
Yeah.
But when I look back at I keep a journal of where we've camped, and when I look back in that book and see all the wonderful places we've been the last 3 years, we have such a beautiful country here. Yes, we've got issues everywhere, but this country is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And to get out there and see all this beauty that's out there, it's just amazing and breathtaking for me, that I am so grateful that we have this opportunity to do it right now in our lives. And we're very thankful every day that we have an opportunity to do that. So, but if you have any questions or want to know anything about the places we've stayed, feel free to drop us a note in the bottom and let us know what you think. And like I said, we're grateful that you're following along with us, and we're just having a really good time and just enjoying every day that we're blessed to have. We're enjoying it. So
very blessed to wake up every day.
We are. And then continue on this our venture as we move along.
Our venture.
As we move along this trip that we're having. So
and
we'll see you around the campfire. Bye.